Welcome back to Changing Latitudes. In this episode, we're going to get into how we beautified this section with rock and provided ourselves a new access road. Stick with us. Okay, if you've been with the channel, you've seen me do all kinds of projects throughout the property. I would say that this is one of those ones that's a nice to have, not a have to have. But at the end of the day, it will provide us this access road that I'm standing on and the beautification of this hill. Now, of course, you haven't seen how this hill looks unless you've been with the channel and you saw the previous episode where I was doing the painting of the lean-to and installing the lean-to. But in this episode, I'm going to show you how we went ahead and built this rock coverage of the hillside, put this access road in, and we have to start first with putting in a brand new French drain around the back side of the shop so that it can properly drain out away from the shop and keep that base inside looking good. So with that, let's kick to the episode. So we're ready to put in the French drain, and it's going to run the length of the back of the shop here and tie into another drain system. Frankly, I've never found out exactly what that drain system is. I believe it's off of our rain gutters on the front of the shop, and that runs all the way around the back of the building. That seems a little extreme since all the plumbing's up front, so that even feels a little bit wrong. But anyway, since I could never discover where that was coming from, I tied it all the way down the hill, and we're going to tie this into that. So the primary step there is to get all this rock cleared out. There is road fabric underneath this. Give that a little slice and dig it down. We'll probably try to keep the dirt away from commingling or contaminating the road base. Even though there's plenty of weeds here, I don't want that done. And so dump that off to the side and then run ourselves the drain in, put some A-rock on it, and be done with the exercise. So that'll run about 2.5 feet from the back of the shop. We're going to put a 40-foot hallway between the bins and the back of the shop. So the whole goal here is to get these bins lined up in series, and once we get this all laid out, we're ready to go. So on to the dig. So as it should have been expected, there is a French drain wrapped around the building. Of course, the building was built in 2000, and I had no idea what was back here. Now, the concrete in the building structurally looks like it would have had properly been built, and it looks to be such. However, the French drain is loaded with dirt, so we're going to go ahead and just put the new one in. We're going to come up away from it so that we're not hitting it. Make a nice, good, clean, new run here and put it in properly. So that's, we're just going to continue with the plan, but it's interesting to note that it was originally there. This is an access road for future drops of rock. So one of the things I want to do is level it out to make it easy for the drivers to come in. And also too, when we come around with materials from the forest, you know, you don't want to be tilted out with the tractor, you want to stay level. So we're getting that all flattened out right now. A little bit in the rush because I didn't order things exactly correct. Should have had this done first. But oh well, we're getting it done. Okay, give me just a bit more. Okay. Okay, so now we're setting the French drain in along the back. The new one, the existing one, of course, was torn out, or, you know, dysfunctional now. So put the fresh rock down and be done. Okay, getting it all tied out here at the final of the French drain. And yeah, so we're gonna get it to dump out. Got ourselves some ABS piping there, which is really cool. Laying around, $100 worth of pipe. So got using something that was just laying around, and yeah, good stuff. Okay, playing with the weather, we're gonna go ahead and stay in the shade here. It's a 90-degree day coming. So we're gonna go ahead and roll out the plastic and start our riprap up the hill. Get that all laid out. We're waiting for 3 loads of road base anyway. So we'll put that on pause and move over to this effort.
Might be, because it looks like they're backing up. I gotta watch what we're doing, not what they're doing.
That's right. halfway through with this rock remodel of the hill, and I think we're going to be fine with rock, but we are getting to the more difficult steep phase, and so this will be an interesting phase that we're in. I think we're just going to have to pile it up from the bottom and build our way up, and then when we get to the top, we'll have to figure that out. It looks like we're just going to have to roll from the top and come down and do it that way. Rock slope is almost done. Ron's tapping in the final precedence phase here. We're almost done with it. So what we're going to do now is move on to the top side, get that completely level with the road base, and get ourselves ready for the bends. Tomorrow is the end cap. But that's today, for now, we're just going to do the road base and call it good for the day. It's been a long one. It's hot, windy, all that. So I think it turned out terrific. I didn't expect anything better than this. It came out exactly as planned. The access road will give me quite a bit of 360 around the shop, which oddly comes in quite a bit of use, from deliveries to making sure that we can access from the forest out into the burn pile, things of that nature, constantly needing this access road. So as although it just seems like a beautification of a hill, it also made sure that now I don't have to do much with trimming. This used to get about this tall, literally not exaggerating, this tall in weeds. And although it's behind the shop, facing the forest and the lagoon, who cares? But if you do that, you can do that throughout the entire property. So I'm really excited about this. Looking forward to the next episode when we get the bins and drop those in. So stick with us. See you soon. Talk to you later.